Hello, and welcome to the last mixed bag of 2022 of this amazing year we've had so far, and we're recapping here tonight. My name is J-Man. I'm joined by Bill and Allie tonight. What's going on, guys?
Hi.
Hello.
It is so glad to and
And-
Justin should be joining us in a little bit. I'm gonna keep tabs on that for a minute there.
Yeah,
But tonight,
he had
Yeah,
things
go
he had to do. So
He'll be here at 11:59 p.m. 11:59 seconds.
yes,
Not January 31st, December 31st.
yeah,
Yes.
he'll be here soon. He just told us to start without him. Well,
yes,
first of all, we all hope you had a very Merry Christmas.
yes, absolutely.
And a wonderful Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, winter
Well,
solstice,
it's still
Festivus.
Kwanzaa.
Best of
What was today?
Kwanzaa, right? I forgot.
No, there was a
Well-
holiday.
No, yeah, we're still in the midst of Kwanzaa.
No, it was something else that happened in the city today. I don't remember.
No, but hopefully you're still enjoying this holiday season.
Oh yeah,
As we're now in this weird, this is like always the weirdest week. That weird week between Christmas and New Year's. It's always very weird
yeah, I agree.
because, but as the J-Man said, today is our last show of 2022. You know what that calls for?
What does that call for, Bill? Applause, everyone. Applause.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands from Allie. Jazz hands. But yeah, so as I said, and as Bill mentioned, this is our last mixed bag of 2022. We are looking forward to many more mixed bags every Wednesday night in the new year. But tonight's topic, Bill is my right hand man. Bill, what's tonight's topic for our last mixed bag?
Like I said, as 2022 comes to a close, what we're gonna do is today we're gonna look back at the year that it was in cinema. We're gonna be talking about it all, the good, the bad, and just the straight up scratch your head. What the hell was that?
Oh yeah, there's a
We're
lot
gonna
of
talk
those.
about it all. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have fireworks. We're gonna have
A ball drop.
We're gonna have mud wrestlers. We're gonna have strippers. It's gonna be fantastic.
Bill is
Wrong
more excited
area,
than I
Bill.
am.
I think you're talking some other place.
No, actually, none of that's gonna happen. The mud's contaminated, and we couldn't afford everything else. So,
Oh boy.
we won't have any of that. And plus, I'm not licensed to shoot off fireworks. So,
No, you're not. But
I mean,
I
they're selling fireworks at your local supermarket.
yes.
but anyway,
Let's get down to beeswax, shall we? And celebrate our last mixed bag of 2022, talking about movies that came out this year. And Bill, you're gonna have to remind me, because what movie do you want to start with tonight?
what should we start with tonight? That's a good question.
Do you mind if I start with something that I just
Yes.
saw in theaters and our
What did you
reaction
see
is
in
up on the
theaters?
channel?
Oh.
What am I talking about?
Avatar:
everyone?
The Way of Water.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
I've not seen that one yet.
So it just came out, and I want to shed a little bit of light on this because I just saw this. For those of you who have seen our reaction to this, it's up on our YouTube channel. It's generating a good amount of views right now. Couldn't be happier. Thank you again for all the viewership. We appreciate it. But this movie, it's the second installment in the Avatar series by James Cameron. It's about the blue people and the aliens and stuff like that, the sky people. But I have to tell you the truth. I thought this was gonna suck. I really did. I really truly thought that this movie was gonna be awful. Because I was like, it in 2009 was over like 13 years ago. Yes, it was the highest grossing movie of the year of all time, when $2.8 billion, whatever it is that it made. They're talking about a sequel. It's been so long, blah, 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 blah. Sure enough, I was proven wrong. James Cameron still knows how to direct action, still knows how to direct story, and still knows how to direct incredible visual effects. The water sequences in this movie. If you guys have not seen this yet, get on it. Like I'm telling my two co-hosts this too. It's crazy. If you have not seen Avatar: The Way of Water yet, it is a spectacle. I actually compared it to the equivalence of seeing, because yes, it's 3 hours and 12 minutes. I compared it to seeing Avatar: The Way of Water, comparing Avatar to Lawrence of Arabia and other films like that from the 60s that were like 3 or 4 hours long, and just seeing movies like that, Gone with the Wind. This was an event film for the year. It was it won me over. I was like, what? There's no way. No way. And sure enough, it did. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I have not seen this movie yet.
I was surprised. I really enjoyed it.
But I think I might see it this weekend, actually.
Okay, go for it.
I'll probably wait until it comes out on Disney Plus.
Okay.
I think I might, because my brother said, hey, you want to go see it Sunday night? I'm like, sure. So yeah, I might go see it Sunday night. And yeah, I'm curious to see what this movie's like. I've been hearing from viewers, I've been hearing this is a bit of a
mixed bag. But I'm paying.
That's what we do here. Mixed bag. So
Yes.
I'm curious to see this movie.
Yeah.
To see what it's going to be like.
I have to tell you the truth. And I know that you Bill and Allie have not seen it, but I got to tell you, I know that prices are high. I'm not one to promote things on here at all, but I highly recommend you see it in either IMAX or IMAX 3D. The film is made to do that. It looks
really,
yeah.
No 4DX.
No 4DX. What do you mean?
So my little sister, she saw. I think we'll come back to this afterwards. I'm hoping to talk a little bit about Marvel this year. She saw the Doctor Strange sequel in 4DX, and it's kind of like one of those like rides you were at Disney. Like if you ever seen Captain EO.
Okay.
It's like you move with it. It sprays water at you.
Really?
She has like there's a movie theater that she goes to in Syracuse when she's up for school.
Okay.
I would recommend that. It's usually at a Regal Cinema.
I'll have to try that out. I've never even heard of that until now. So, but yeah, but we have a visitor.
Here?
Yeah. Let me just finish up what I'm saying though. So hold on. But as I was saying though, so Avatar: The Way of Water though, I highly recommend you see it in IMAX and IMAX 3D because the film is that visually ready to go. The film is that good of a movie to see in IMAX and 3D. Like I'm
here.
There he is. There he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dr. Professor Justin.
PhD.
PhD.
He made it just in time. So for those listening to us and watching us, forgive us. But yes, he's here.
So he made it back to the future.
Oh, I could have waited another 20 minutes. You're talking about Avatar.
No. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Professor PhD Justin Favara.
Mr. Dr. Professor Justin PhD.
Forgive me, my good man. We were just talking about Avatar: The Way of Water, and I was mentioning how I saw it in regular standard, a standard theater, but I recommend people to go see this movie in IMAX 3D
or 4DX. It was a 4DX theater.
If you have a 4DX theater, Ali recommends that too, because it was just so like it was completely visually heavy, and I wish I saw it in one of those theaters, but it was just that like heavy of a visual effects film. It was crazy.
Yeah, visual effects films, they're all fine and good and all that, but at least for me, it's hard to get invested in those kind of movies if the story doesn't exactly support it. And
right,
I'm not someone who was crazy about the first Avatar. I think the story was very lackluster, and I heard similar things about the story.
Yeah, I mean the story. One thing that I can personally tell you is that the story is very loose. I mean, it's still there. Don't get me wrong. It's not necessarily a copy repeat of the first one, but it is a sequel in its own sense. One thing I did enjoy of it, though, was that the visuals were very heavy and whatnot, but the story was a little weak at some points. I do agree with you on that, and I think that's just James Cameron's way, truthfully. But that's just me. So,
okay. Listen, I'm in the chat board right now, and you know who's watching?
Who?
Is it who
One.
we're thinking?
JT's dad is watching, and he still doesn't want to kill me from last week, so that's a good sign.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
that's because we haven't given your address out yet.
No,
If
no,
he
we
wants
haven't-
it,
haven't
he
given
knows
out
where
that.
to get it.
And
Oh.
also,
This
and
is
also,
true.
you know who is watching?
Is it our lovely friend?
It's our very good friend,
Is there another
Dr.
doctor?
Matt Hemsley.
Emsley.
Dr. Hemsley is watching.
We wish you
Matt-
could join us, Matt.
Hey, Matt, come on. Join in the fun. Peer pressure. Come on. Peer pressure.
If he wants to join, he can private message me, and if JT's okay with it, I'll send him the Zoom
One
chat.
of
Just-
us.
Peer
up.
pressure.
Google gobble, Google gobble.
Yeah,
One
Goo-
of us. One of
I can't
us.
stop this
One of us.
feeling
One of us.
deep inside of me. Oops, wrong song.
Okay, but anyway, enough of us peer
I
pressure,
don't know what I
Dr.
was going
Hemsley.
for at all, but okay.
You guys were chanting like these weird jets. I thought you guys were doing like this Ooga Chaka thing.
Okay, have you ever heard the movie Freaks from like the 30s?
No.
Is that
Like
one
of the
of us?
original exploitation movies. That's where it's from, and every movie reference where it's like one of us, that's where it's from.
Then what was the other thing you guys were doing?
Oh, that's just something that we came up with.
Oh. It kind of goes well with Hook on a Feeling.
The Google Gobble is also part of that.
Oh.
Lovely.
Okay, so anyway,
Anyways, back to our regular scheduled programming of Mixed Bag here on the Super Review Shows podcast network, whatever you want to call us. at
That
this
was something
point.
completely different.
It's okay. But bottom line, Avatar, check it out if you haven't seen it in theaters yet. Actually, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was gonna suck. I said that from the get-go. I thought this movie was gonna suck, and I was thoroughly entertained. And I will say, to my dad's point, not only in the chat board, but on top of that, in person, I said this initially. It's 3 hours and 12 minutes. Put a damn intermission in the thing. Put like a 5-minute intermission in there.
Honestly, once you pass the 2.5 hour mark, I think an intermission should be mandatory.
They do it in other parts of the world. They literally in India and other parts of the country of the world, they still have intermissions for super long movies.
Well, I think those kind of movies are more commonplace in places like India. That's probably why. Like you had that movie RRR this year, which critics loved. Like critics adored this movie RRR. And it was a Hindu American. I don't know if it's a Hindu American or just a Hindu project that got a huge American release, but yeah, like this movie RRR is blowing up everywhere. It's probably gonna be nominated for best foreign film.
Oh.
I've been hearing about that. A lot of a lot of online critics have been
Gushing about this movie.
they really loved this movie.
Yep, that's it.
I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't.
And it features Ray Stevenson from Punisher Warzone fame.
Really,
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson. Wow,
Ray Stevenson.
he was the Punisher at one point, and he was in Thor: The Dark World. He was one of Thor's helpers.
Yes, he was. He was a Volstagg.
So, all right. Well, on that note, that was my first pick was Avatar. Who would like to go next to pick their next movie of 2022 that they want to talk about?
I guess
Okay.
you go.
Go right ahead, Allie.
Allie,
I mean, speaking of movies that you saw over the holidays, let's go Wakanda. Let's talk about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
I think it's time we pay tribute to the king.
Yes. And probably the only way to close out phase 4 of the MCU, which in all honesty,
With the Christmas special?
Oh, that was last week.
Sorry,
was the weakest phase of the MCU,
Really?
but also a transitional
I'm
phase.
sorry, I still think there's an argument for phase 2. Just saying.
Really?
I
It's a-
remember
agree with
phase 2
Justin
being
on
a
that.
pretty underwhelming phase.
Really? Yeah, we can have an argument on this in another time.
Yes.
I honestly, we can talk. We can talk about this before the new Ant-Man movie comes out and starts phase 5.
Ooh, that leads me to a brilliant idea.
What?
Why don't we do when we rank the MCU movies by phase? What do you guys think?
We could do that one day.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Dr. Professor, what do you think?
I think that could be a good idea.
We might have to do that one day.
Yep. All right. Let's get back to me in Wakanda.
Okay.
So probably
Back
as
down.
soon as I heard that Chadwick Boseman died, I think I was talking with Bill and a couple of our other friends.
Yeah, you were talking to me.
The
and
first
Dr.
thing we
Hensley.
discussed was who was going to replace him, and my answer was pretty obvious. It's gonna be
You
Shuri.
can't. Oh, well, yeah.
It was gonna be Shuri. I mean,
I thought it replaced Chad as T'Challa, but
no,
yeah.
but I can't. You have to watch the movie to understand what happens. Can't say anything.
Spoilers ahead.
I did see the movie, even though I missed the last of the first 5 minutes because popcorn.
You didn't miss much about the first 5 minutes.
Well,
The only thing you missed was the funeral.
no, I caught the funeral. I missed the fact that Shuri couldn't save T'Challa.
Yeah. I mean, probably one of the shockest things was to see Nakia come back.
Yes, that shot.
I did not expect her to be back in this movie. And I also did not expect Okoye to be kicked out of the dorm alive.
Yeah, that I was like, whoa. No, you don't do that to Okoye.
No. But I think now she has like a new suit and all that. I forgot what she's called now.
Okay, I'll be honest about that. I found that to be a little cheesy.
All right.
That one was a bridge too far.
True. Unless there's a Marvel character we don't know about.
I am not that well versed in Black Panther, so I have no idea.
Neither am I. But one of the best things I was a little excited about was we got the debut of Riri.
Yes.
We finally get Ironheart right before her series that comes out next year, which is one of the series I'm excited to see.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, she didn't annoy me, which that's a win with those kind of characters, like those
Like
teenage.
you felt like she wasn't going to be like a Tom Holland like character with Spider-Man.
No, I thought she was going to be like a short round character.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Like, I thought it was going to be like a character that the audience is just going to be like, shut up the whole time.
And
But
actually,
they weren't.
go on, Phil.
I said, but they weren't. But continue.
Another thing was actually my dad and I were talking about this was the villain or the anti-hero in this story, Namor.
Oh,
Because technically, he told me that he was technically from Atlantis, which they changed the whole movie about it.
Yeah, now it's Talocan.
Somewhere near the Mexican Peninsula.
Yeah. Their decisions to make them Mayans instead of or are they Aztecs? Either way.
And somewhere, one of the Mexican civilizations or Latin American civilizations, let's put it that way. Instead of doing Atlantis, which I don't know if it's a copyright thing or not.
No, I think it's to differentiate them from Aquaman. Which considering what's going to be happening with that franchise now.
Yeah.
It's a whole conversation for another time.
So is Black Adam on anyone else's list?
Oh, you want to talk about that? Wait, hold on. I want to give my thoughts on Black Panther, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, I really like this movie. I really like how they went with the sister being the Black Panther. I think that was so. I really loved this movie. It was just such a good time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a good time, and I really liked how they paid tribute to Chadwick Boseman.
Yep.
And I thought it was just they had a lot of they just had a lot of moments when how they say he suffered in silence. That could have been for Chadwick Boseman as well, because they didn't know he was sick. I didn't know he had cancer until he died.
No, he kept it. He kept it secretive.
That tends to be what happens with a lot of these celebrity cancer deaths.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the movie. I love the fight between the new Black Panther and what's his name?
Namor.
Namor. That was cool. And I just want to say, before, not giving away any spoilers, but that queen, she's a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Ramunda.
Yeah. And I'm going to agree with Allie on this one. I actually kind of thought that that this phase in the MCU is slightly underwhelming. I'm going to say.
And I'll be honest, with this phase, I feel like there's not a real villain in this phase. There's a lot of anti-hero villains. Which for me, I love anti-hero.
Loki.
What? Wanda, Scarlet Witch.
They introduced the main villain in Loki.
That's true, but he shall not be named until February 17th, 2023. We all know who he is.
It's Dr. Doom. I'm telling you. Come Secret Wars, it's gonna be a bait and switch, and it's gonna be Dr. Doom.
Are you sure you're not Kanging a conqueror?
Oh, Kang's gonna be the main villain right until the end of his movie.
Which movie?
The Kang Dynasty.
But anyway, I kind of agree with Allie that this was one of the weaker phases when it comes to, because you did have, but you had this, which I thought was really good. I do miss Chadwick Boseman. I thought he would have been I think this would have been a great with him in it. But but we had some good films in this phase, like this one, Spider-Man No Way Home last year. And
that was the best of phase 4 out of all the movies.
And another movie, which I'm sure we will be discussing soon.
Which one? There's 2 of them. There's 2 more.
Okay.
Are we going Taika or are we going Raimi?
Oh, I'm going Raimi.
So, Justin, would you do the honors?
I mean, come on. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is a Sam Raimi movie inside the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh my goodness.
I want you to have that sink in for a second. A Sam Raimi movie. Evil Dead 2 Sam Raimi, no less.
Of course.
Directed a PG-13 horror Marvel movie.
Yes.
Now,
but I will give an advice. Oh, go on, Justin.
Now, why do I say PG-13? Because Sam Raimi works very well in PG-13.
Oh, come on. We need R-rated.
R-rated
knows
Sam
how to
Raimi.
bring out the nightmare fuel more in a PG-13 movie than in an R-rated movie. Watch
Right.
Drag Me to Hell and you'll know what I mean.
I'll add that to my list of movies to watch for next year.
Yeah.
It's bloody. It's disgusting.
It's zombies.
It's got zombies and amazing just scenery chewing, especially from Cumberbatch. I mean, my God, the faces he makes in this movie.
I will give it advice. I would watch there's a few episodes of What If you need to watch before you watch Multiverse of Madness to understand everything.
Yes. Still probably
the zombies episode.
Still probably my favorite Marvel show.
What If?
Yes.
Hey, Justin. Steven Strange! Cross into another person is illegal. Cease this dream walk. Or what?
Forbidden.
It's forbidden. Cease this dream walk immediately. Now, I really liked this movie. It was a combination of horror, action, comedy, Bruce Campbell cameos, which was great.
You had to have the Bruce Campbell cameo if it's Sam Raimi. I mean,
not to mention, we just got to see some brutal hero deaths in this.
Yeah.
And some spoilers that could possibly be happening.
Yeah. I mean,
Two spoilers.
Yeah. Do you mind if I share my thoughts on this really quick? Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So Bill and I saw this, I think, was it opening weekend or opening night?
Yeah.
I forget.
And it was actually the day after I saw it with Justin.
That's right. We saw it separately. Yeah. And I remember sitting in the theater saying, as soon as you get to the middle of the film where it's like, in the middle of the film where all of a sudden you have Doctor Strange again in front of the film's been out since May. I'm going to say some spoilers and I don't care.
Say it, dude.
Mr. Fantastic, played by John Krasinski.
Jim from The Office.
Yep.
Hopefully he comes back. Fingers crossed. We'll have to see. I would also say that we got to see Patrick Stewart as Professor Charles Xavier of the X-Men. When I saw, and we saw a true rendition of Black Bolt.
Well, don't forget Monica. Don't forget Monica's mother being Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Cool. And as soon as I saw the shield, I was like, Captain Carter's here.
It was that one scene I think was worth at least waiting 10 years of the MCU just to do that. Well worth it. So.
Oh yeah.
Totally worth it. But yeah, I mean that one scene alone, I was like, what the? Bill was next to me. We were both flipping out and going crazy about it. But yeah, just all around a really fun movie. Crazy time, not necessarily time travel, but it's like multiverse travel. It really shows a lot what the MCU has been doing so far as far as movies go. I loved it quite a bit.
I'll be honest. Do you know what the irony is about this movie?
What?
Look at what weekend it's on, and look at the meaning of Multiverse of Madness. What does it mean?
Mom.
Oh,
I know
Who's
about
a
that.
mom in the MCU?
Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
So many Easter eggs with this.
Crazy. And Sam Raimi, if you're out there listening to this, which you're probably not, but just in case you were, hats off to you for pulling off this. This was when they first said Sam Raimi was directing a Marvel film, I said, so Spider-Man 4? And I'm like, no, Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness. Of course. He did a very
Steve Ditko Marvel characters.
Yes. For those of you who know the comic books run, the early one, the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, Doctor Strange stuff, just buy a graphic novel of that, and that's your acid trip for the day.
That is.
Yeah.
Like if you, I personally have read some of it like in graphic novel format because buying the actual original comic books is like too much money, whatever. But like if you read a Doctor Strange, Stan Lee, Steve Ditko graphic novel, and then you watch this movie, you'll understand what they're doing. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
I mean, also read the stuff from the 70s. That stuff is bonkers too.
There's so much to go off of in the world of Doctor Strange, and bringing him to the big screen was a big, ambitious role, but they did it well. So,
Oh my god, I
Yes.
couldn't be happier with what they are doing with Doctor Strange.
same here.
Yeah.
Hopefully Deadpool shows up next. You know,
I think we got a while before Deadpool comes back.
he's coming in later,
I've been
but yeah.
hearing some rumors about it recently. I've been hearing the TVA might be involved, so we might be seeing some
What?
Ooh.
Mobius and Mobius.
Oh my god.
Deadpool versus Owen Wilson.
Ooh, that would be so
Wow.
cool.
Wow.
Wow.
And any other comments for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness? As far as one of your favorite movies of 2022.
I thought this was so much fun.
It is. It gave me the Illuminati. It killed the Illuminati, and it gave me a bunch of Doctor Stranges, and it gave me the Scarlet Witch. I am happy.
And zombies. And a zombie strange.
Zombies. Don't forget the zombies.
You never forget
Oh.
zombies.
Zombie Strange.
And the music fight between Arrow Strange and Sinister Strange.
I thought it was Sorcerer
Magnifico.
Supreme Strange.
No, that it's not the same Strange.
Oh, it isn't? This whole time?
No.
Really? I always thought it was.
No, there are two different Stranges. This one's called Sinister Strange.
Hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Crazy. That's all I have
That
to
is
say. It's crazy.
insane.
All right. So who wants to go next? Pick their next movie
Me.
of 2022. Go, Bill. Talk
Since
to
we-
me, bud.
Since we have been talking about comic book movies, I have to do it.
What?
Well, we all knew this one was coming.
The Batman.
I thought you were saying Black Adam for a second. I was like, wait.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get to
That's
that.
that's later on.
That's towards the end of the broadcast. Which I didn't
That's
mind.
gonna
I
be
didn't
the
mind.
in memoriam section.
The in memoriam. I didn't mind
In
it.
honor of all those we lost.
The Batman.
Anyway, the Batman. I'm gonna be honest. I was super stoked for this movie.
Who wasn't?
I was super excited for this movie. I really was.
I have not seen it yet, and I'm still in the process of seeing most of the Batman movies.
Yeah. And Allie, you texted us yesterday telling us you didn't really like Batman 89.
It felt very underwhelming, to be honest.
You like Nicholson's Joker, though.
That's the only good thing about it.
You know
Little
what?
song and dance, Batman's head on a lamp.
You know what I really liked about this movie, though? I liked how they didn't give us a basic origin story like they've done about 400 times.
Thank
'Cause we-
God.
Like, they already start when he's Batman. Like,
Oh.
it's kind of like similar to like what they did in the MCU with Spider-Man. They already started when he's Spider-Man. They don't go through the whole,
Yeah.
Right.
spider bite with great
Wow.
powers, great responsibility.
Yeah.
Well,
One man can make a difference.
But here,
not said.
we all know what happens. Bruce Wayne's parents are killed. He wants revenge. I like how they just picked it up as, yeah, you know what happens. We're not going to tell you for the 401st time. Let's just pick it up and he's Batman. And I like how this Batman isn't just, kick-ass Batman. This Batman he's detective
Still
Batman.
learning.
What was that, Justin?
Still learning, and two, yeah, Detective Batman.
Which I think is pretty cool. Like, I feel like I was watching more of like a film noir than like a Batman movie, but I still thought it was pretty cool.
I love that. I love that part of it.
And
And
they
the Riddler is the perfect villain to do that with.
Yeah.
and they really didn't get to the bottom of who. They still don't really know who killed Bruce Wayne's parents. Because, okay, Allie, I'm giving you a small spoiler.
Yeah.
when they just say it was some random guy.
It's weird. I know in the 1989 Batman, it was Joker who killed.
Yeah, they don't say if it was Jack Napier, aka the Joker, or they don't say if it was Joe Chill. They just say a random guy. I think we'll find that out in the next one. Now, Robert Pattinson is Batman? Okay. Here's my honest opinion. I liked him as Batman. I didn't really like him as Bruce Wayne.
Interesting.
Because I feel like when Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, his personality is similar to when he's Batman. Does that make sense, sir? He's still kind of the brooding, his personality doesn't change when he's just Bruce Wayne.
I mean, for the story, it kind of made sense for me.
Okay.
Because it's someone who hasn't really gotten over their deaths yet. I mean, I guess you can argue that Batman never got over their deaths, otherwise he wouldn't be Batman, but I'm saying is he is still lashing out. So he didn't even start the journey of healing yet, which I would argue that all the other incarnations of Batman we've encountered at least had started that journey of healing. They are trying to work towards a future where Batman is no longer needed. Where this Batman, he's just going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until he drops dead.
I liked you know what I also really like? I also really like the Riddler in this one.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It was so good.
I
So
love
good.
that scene when they have the DA, not Harvey Dent, when they have him basically kidnapped and he comes into the middle of the mayor's funeral and he goes, and he's like tied up and Riddler's like, let's play a game. And he's like, what is it that you are given for your blind eye? Justin is going, what is it? Bribes. How much? 10 grand. Oh, we're out of time. Sorry. Boom. Somebody I know said that they didn't really like the Riddler in this movie because he's not supposed to be the Joker. He's supposed to be more fun and quirky.
Supposed to be Jim Carrey.
I think he works.
In this universe, I think it works.
Version of a guy who comes up with riddles. I think it pretty much works.
Riddle me this. Riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big bad bat?
So my question is, if there's ever a sequel, will we get to see a new Joker? Would there be a different Joker from one of the DCEUs?
Watch the movie.
You'll see.
There's somebody already.
I'm not going to go into too much detail, Allie, but there is a deleted scene with the Joker in it.
Can I just say I love the Gotham in this movie, though? Like the way that Gotham is set up in the Batman, it's just that's because no offense to Christopher Nolan and the Dark Knight trilogy, no offense to Ben Affleck and his Gotham, but this one to me felt as real and true to the source material as possible as far as a Gotham City goes. That's just me, though.
Yeah, Affleck's Gotham. We barely saw his Gotham.
I know. But in the times that we did, though, you know what I mean? I think this was the truest Gotham we've gotten.
Yeah.
Like the look, the actual, like, the architecture.
Wow.
What's that?
It feels the most lived in.
Yes, exactly.
It does feel them. I get what you're saying.
So I just the penguin at the iceberg lounge scene, the Catwoman angle I thought was it was Zoe Kravitz was brilliant.
No, I thought she was too.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
also I will say the fighting in this, that they actually show Batman fighting and beating the living, but when he's a crime fighter, when he's a detective, he's a detective. When he's a crime fighter, he's a crime fighter, and when he's the crime fighter, he really kicks some serious ass.
You know who I really like? I really like Commissioner Gordon in this.
Without any of the fancy Ra's al Ghul training.
Yeah, exactly, because he's not in the picture yet. But yeah,
I really liked I really liked Commissioner Gordon in this one.
me too.
Yes.
I thought he was I think he's probably one of the better Gordons I've seen.
Yeah,
He's the most proactive.
Yes,
He's a-
I would actually say this. Sorry, Gary Oldman. I think he's probably the best one I've seen in a while.
He's the most. He's as much the main character of this movie as Batman.
Exactly. I think him, and because Gordon, he's not just a police commissioner. He's basically Batman's partner.
Essentially, yeah.
And I would say he's probably the best Gordon I've seen.
I agree. I really do. I mean, and plus this commissioner, we can talk about this movie all day, but like this commissioner Gordon was definitely more on Batman. He's like, you could see how skeptical he was, but he was still like, he still believed, hey, this guy's on our side type of thing, which I love that angle. It was really great. So, any other comments for the Batman?
I think I'm good.
Anyone else?
No.
Mr. Dr. Justin, PhD, Professor Patrick. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, I am good.
All right. Did everyone else pick one already?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say this as with a very bold statement. I have two movies, but the first one I want to pick is this. I believe and our Oscars expert is not here right now. One of them is. Out of the two of them, one of them is. I'm going to say
know what it is. Is it?
I'm going to say that this movie is a shot for Best Picture of the Year. Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, I figured it would be that.
Top Gun Maverick, I believe, is a shot of being a Best Picture.
How come I knew you were gonna bring this one up, JT?
I just watched it the other night on Paramount Plus.
Oh.
I have Paramount Plus, so I watched it. When it first came out, I was like, "Let's go!" And my parents saw it. They were like, my dad said something to me, so crazy but so clever. He said, "I saw Top Gun in theaters in 1986, and this movie was better than Top Gun 1." My father, who saw Top Gun in theaters, said that this movie was better than Top Gun 1.
Oh wow.
And now I would argue I would say it has the chances to be Best Picture nominated for sure. Now our Oscar expert in the chat board says, quote, "I think Top Gun Maverick might have win Best Picture. It will certainly be nominated."
I think it could be. Now
it's so hard to say that though, you know what I mean?
We also know these other movies that are coming out too, like Till, Tar, The Whale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say hold off on saying that it's going to be nominated because I really don't think that the Academy is going to nominate two blockbuster or even hell. There's three movies that are considered blockbusters that we're all considering Oscar contenders here.
And what movies were those?
This is Top Gun Maverick, Wakanda Forever, and Avatar 2.
Oh.
I think Avatar 2 is going to get nominated.
Oh yeah. Well,
I
I'm actually
really-
looking at the Golden Globes right now, which is actually in about a couple weeks.
Mm.
And right now, best motion picture for drama is Avatar: Way of Water, Elvis, The Fablemans, Tar, and Top Gun: Maverick. While in drama, musical, or comedy, it's Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once. This next one I kind of want to see. Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, and
Ooh,
The
that's the
Triangle
one
of
we're going to be getting
Sadness.
to.
What'd you say?
3 of those movies that you mentioned, we will be getting to.
Oh, Allie, buttress your expectations. Buttress
Well,
them.
We'll explain when we get there.
All right.
I say Top Gun Maverick has a shot.
It has a shot, but I don't know because the Academy historically, when they do nominate blockbuster movies, they usually only nominate like 1 or 2.
Just to give a little, service to the blockbuster crowd.
Yeah.
Like, remember Fury Road getting the nomination 1 year,
Black
Avatar
Panther
got it
1.
1 year, Black Panther 1 did get it 1 year. What I'm saying is
It's not common.
it's not common. It happens once in a blue moon.
Was The Dark Knight nominated for Best Picture that year?
No, but that was back when it was only 5 nominees.
No, it's 10, right? And we had a whole discussion about that
10?
last time. Yeah.
And The Dark Knight is the movie that changed that.
So our Oscars expert who couldn't be here tonight says that Wakanda Forever will not get nominated for, but he believes Avatar 2 and Top Gun 2 will.
Yeah,
I
I
can
think they're
see
going to be
that.
nominated.
I could see that more than, but nothing against Wakanda Forever. Nothing against it, but
What
I'm just saying.
about? All right, Dr. Hemsley, question. What about Angela Bassett as Queen Ramunda in Wakanda Forever? Do you think she will get a Best Supporting nomination?
I would like to think she would. She was that good.
think
Golden
she
Globes
could.
have put her down as Best Supporting Actress nominee.
Okay.
So most likely.
Okay.
I'm surprised. Oh, yeah, but I did say Babylon.
Bill, well, we cut you off. What exactly were you going to say?
Yeah, I said I don't see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever getting. I agree with Dr. Hemsley. I don't see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever getting nominated. It could happen.
It could.
Like
What
the first
about-
one got nominated, so
Yeah. No, but you were also going to say something about Top Gun Maverick too. Forgive me, I cut you off.
no, I really enjoyed this movie because I'll be honest, I don't really like a lot of legacy sequels.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, I don't really like a lot of legacy sequels, the ones that they take, years to make.
Like 30 years later, it's 25 years after the original film, whatever, right? But this
Like-
one worked out well.
But this one actually did work good. I really like the plot of, of Maverick trying to, heal his relationship with Goose's son.
Yeah.
I really like that. Can we all agree on one thing?
But
Tom Cruise never ages.
He does not.
Yeah.
Is that man 60?
Yes, he's
hard-
60.
Hard to believe.
Tom Cruise never ages.
He's like Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day, who never ages. Dr. Matt Hemsley in the chat board. I think there's a good chance that Angela Bassett will be nominated for the best supporting actress or lead actress, whatever you just said. He thinks she'll be nominated.
The good doctor has spoken.
Dr. Hemsley has spoken. Do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
anything to oppose that, Mr. Dr. Professor Justin?
I do not oppose that.
I remember, both Dr. Hemsley and Mr. Dr. Professor Justin got their degrees from the University
Bill.
of Bill. If you want to know more about our admissions process, call 1-800
Got
Bill.
Bill. You got Bill? Because we got bills. We got him in Buffalo.
Exactly.
So, okay, I have to note what Bill University is. The University of Bill is not a real university.
Yeah, sadly.
I had to legally say that, or I get sued.
Yeah, unfortunately. Anything else for Top Gun Maverick before we move on to another movie, or no?
I think it was worth the wait.
I think that, and this is supposed to come out in 2020. They waited this long to put out this good of content, and look, it worked out in Paramount's favor.
Exactly.
It was the first Tom Cruise movie to gross $1 billion.
Hear that? $1 billion.
Billion.
Oh. So
Yeah.
a billion.
$1 billion.
Yeah, you can call him at 100 got Bill. Oh my god. But yeah, bottom line, Top Gun Maverick, check it out. If you have not seen it yet, watch it on Paramount Plus. Highly recommend it. You check it out there. That's where it's streaming right now. All right, that was my pick. Who wants to go next for their pick for 2022 releases? Any other suggestions or anything, or no?
I'll take my turn.
Sure, go ahead.
Allie, Justin, either of you guys want to go next?
Because I have one more movie and I can talk about the actor in it too. But go ahead.
Oh, we have a couple movies.
I might have one or two as well.
Okay,
Want to
Yeah.
go first though, Bill?
lady, what was that?
You can go first if you want to go first.
Okay, I'll go. Is anyone agree, disagree, abstain? Okay.
Go ahead, Bill.
Go, Bill.
Okay, this was okay. We're gonna get off the, if it's okay with the good folks here, we're gonna get off the blockbuster kind of comic booky stuff for a minute, if that's okay.
Sure. Where are you going?
I want to talk about some movies I saw recently, and I saw them with the good Dr. Professor right here. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about Justin. You want me to talk about Glass Onion? You want to talk about Glass Onion? You want me to say that for you?
How fresh is the movie in your mind?
Relatively fresh.
When was the last time you saw it?
The time I saw it with you.
Okay.
I still remember a good chunk of it though. So we're still, you want me to talk about one of the other
talk
ones?
about your experience, and then I'll talk about mine.
Okay.
Because I might be able to supplement yours.
Okay. This movie is probably in my top 3 or top 5 of the year. Glass Onion. It's sort of a spin-off to
Knives Out.
JT, have you seen Knives Out?
I have not, but I know what you're talking about. I think did Netflix buy the rights to it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Justin, JT hasn't seen Knives Out. Well, we have
Neither
something
have
to tell
I.
you. Okay, we have something to tell both of you. Get on it.
Get
Yeah.
on it.
Get
Sorry,
on
I
it.
got a bunch of Batman movies to watch first, and then I'm watching Glass Onion, then I'm gonna watch Knives Out.
What? Okay.
Honestly,
Knives Out.
yeah, you
Okay,
could do
Glass
that.
Onion. It's
It,
not.
it wouldn't matter that much.
It's not a sequel to Knives Out. It's more of like an anthology.
That has
So
Daniel Craig in it.
Daniel Craig is in it. He's done being James Bond. He's now Benoit Blanc.
And honestly, he's having the time of his life.
Oh, I love him. So in the Daniel Craig, in case you were that guy that was standing next to me at that Irish bar in Vegas, this is for you. Because like I told you, I was at this Irish bar in Vegas, and there was a guy sitting next to me who looked just like Daniel Craig. Oh,
wow.
I wonder if that was him. Okay. So anyway, Glass Onion. What was that?
Did he have a Georgian accent?
No. So Glass
Oh,
Onion.
different character then.
Okay, so a bunch of people, a Connecticut governor, a former model, a streamer, is that what he is? Dave Bautista's character?
Yeah, he's a men's rights streamer.
His girlfriend, and like what was the other guy? Like a chemist or
Yeah, his scientist person.
yeah, so it's during the COVID-19 pandemic. And they get these boxes to go to this island. That is owned by millionaire Miles Brom. Did I get his name right, Justin?
Yep.
Who is played by Edward Norton. So, and also a special someone who is not in that group got invited, and that is Benoit Blanc. Benoit Blanc. So, how much should I go into this so I don't spoil it, Justin? How much should I go into it?
Talk about the characters, not so much the plot.
Okay, so I forgot some of their names, but the lady who's running for governor, she's sort of like that, or Senate, she's sort of like that politician who's, kind of think she's above things once you think about it. Am I right, Justin?
Yeah.
Then you have Dave Bautista, who is the men's right activist, who, yeah, he's that guy who we don't want to associate with.
He wears a Speedo that has a gun holster.
He's that guy who is overcompensating for something. And
he's on rhino boner pills.
yeah, we kid you not. He's on rhino boner pills. And there's also the chemist guy, Leon, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He's, they're all trying to, he helped make this chemical called, what was it, Clear?
Yeah, it's called Clear. It's basically crystallized hydrogen.
Mm-hmm. What you basically call a Hindenburg situation. And Birdie J, who's the model, she's trying to. They're trying to get her to not speak out against sweatshops or something like that. And her assistant Peg, who is.
She signed off on a notorious Bangladesh sweatshop.
And yeah, and also Miles Braun. He's kind of like an Elon Musk type character.
Yeah. They're all supposed to be this group of disruptors. And can I just say, I love this twist.
Which we're not gonna. Wait, did you want to say?
Find out the twist, you're gonna be like, oh, it's so stupid yet so brilliant at the same time.
And get into the character. Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc. He just has so much fun with it. He just has so much fun with it. Man, I'm not Batman. My job is to find the truth, present evidence to the courts. If you love them in Knives Out, you will love him here. He just, like Justin says, he just eats it up.
He chews the scenery.
And he just has so much fun with it.
If you liked Knives Out, buttress your thoughts of Knives Out and take them with you to this movie because you will enjoy yourself.
Because Daniel Craig with his accent, it's not just an actor doing an accent. It's actually, it's really convincing that this guy is like from wherever he's from.
So, sounds like Georgia.
I think Louisiana.
Alabama?
I think he's from like Louisiana. And also Benoit Blanc, that sounds like a very French name. So
Very true.
The Louisiana has a big French.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say he's from Louisiana. Edward Norton, I think, does a good job. I think he's your typical rich asshole. Wouldn't you say that, Justin?
Yes, but the more I think about the performance, the more layers I'm finding in it. Like, he really has no original thought.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Like, I was thinking back to like the whole game that he puts on. He didn't have a prize until Benoit Blanc, a superior mind, gave him the ideas. All the ideas he had in the movie, except for the bullshit he was spewing the whole movie, is from other people.
I could see that. But I thought this was a really fun movie to watch. Justin, what do you think?
It is a fun movie to watch. It's a fun movie to rewatch too.
I might watch it soon.
I do recommend rewatching it. It is a pretty rewarding experience to see all the little Easter eggs before they pay off, because then you're going to be looking for them. You're going to be looking for the clues before they're pointed out to you towards the end. And they're in plain sight. The clues were there.
They're not like blink and you'll miss it. They're right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. And I know, Justin, you adored it.
Oh, yes. Also, what they do in the end.
Yeah, we're not going to get into spoilers, but.
Also, yes, they do play Glass Onion by the Beatles in the end.
I'm not going to say what specific scene this is, but I love when just Benoit Blanc just casually says, Miles Braun is an idiot.
Yes!
Miles Braun is an idiot.
And then when he calls him a jackass.
Yeah, so we recommend this film.
Highly recommend, right?
Highly recommend.
Cool.
Yeah, and JT, Ali, I just want to say you guys don't have to see the first one.
Okay.
This isn't a sequel, it's more of a anthology.
The only character from the first movie is Benoit Blanc. The first movie's not even mentioned.
Yeah, Benoit Blanc is the only character from the first film. So yeah, because I think they're going to make like an anthology series of Benoit Blanc solving different mysteries, right, Justin?
Yeah, it's going to be kind of like the Agatha Christie books. and they're just going to keep doing them as long as Daniel Craig returns Ryan Johnson's calls.
Yeah, well, now that he's done being James Bond. But I gotta admit, unpopular opinion, I kind of enjoy Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc more than I do him as James Bond.
Ooh.
I think that speaks more to Benoit Blanc's charisma and charm than to James Bond's detriment, though.
Yeah, because he's just like in the first movie, he's so much fun.
Oh, yes.
When he's like just hitting the random keys of the piano. There's a hole, Justin. There's a hole in the donut, and the hole in the donut that's smaller. And
That's probably the only reason to watch the first movie first is because Benoit Blanc has a better introduction in that movie.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Before we move on, correct me if I'm wrong. This was Netflix's first theatrical release, right?
No.
this one's the
Yeah, the actual release of Roma.
Okay.
And The Irishman was in select theaters.
No, but I mean, not for like select releases. I meant like this is like a full on release. No.
Well, it was only in theaters for like a week.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a 1 week engagement.
All right. Because I heard somewhere that Netflix is trying to have a lot of their movies released in theaters now too, so they can make some more money in their pocket. Because
That would be my way of doing it, and it would help keep movie theaters alive.
I agree completely. Amazon, just on a side note, Amazon's already doing that. They're releasing 12 films a year as in next year from their own studios. Like they're like the Big Sick or Manchester by the Sea. Remember those types of movies? They're going to be releasing those types of movies over the course of 2023.
Oh.
They said 12. Yeah.
These studios should be part of the solution, not the problem.
Exactly.
Exactly. I agree. So Allie's been pretty quiet. You got any comments for this or no?
No, I don't really have any comments for this. I mean, I don't want any spoilers. That's all.
So all right. Cool. So that was Bill's pick or Justin's pick?
That was my pick.
All right. Do you have any others, or do I?
Me?
Yeah. Do you have any more? Or do you want to move down to? Do you want to move down to someone else?
I have a few others, but Justin, you have any more, or Allie, or JT, or someone? I don't want.
I have.
I don't want to turn this into the Bill sitting here blabbing about everything hour.
No.
I should be like that.
I have one more, but if you guys want to, I have one more. If you guys want to talk about it, but if you guys have anything else, go ahead. So
Okay, Justin, you want to go next?
Let's talk about the Fablemans.
Yes, let's talk about that movie. And you know who can help us in the group chat if he's watching?
Hey, Doc.
Dr. Hemsley, we need your expertise. Doctor, gotta give me the music, bitter. All right.
No.
Come on, doctor. We need your help here. Okay. This is basically an autobiographical film of Steven Spielberg.
Yes, this is a fictional account of Spielberg's childhood, his discovery of his love for film and his talent for composition, and he just becomes this amazing filmmaker at such a young age, doing these pet projects of his as he's growing up to be a man, where his family is unfortunately falling apart. You experience him finding out that his mother is having an affair. The father is being relatively cold towards his wish to be a filmmaker. And it's a powerful movie. Like it kind of reignited my desire to make movies again.
You know what the some of the best line, one of the best lines in the movie, it's toward the end when he meets famed director John Ford.
Yep.
When the horizon's at the top,
It's interesting.
when the horizon's at the bottom,
It's interesting.
when it's in the middle,
It's boring as shit.
yeah, but this film, it really dives into the this is a fictional account of Spielberg's life. Like how, his mom was very supportive of his filmmaking when his father really wasn't.
Yeah.
And you know who the best character of the movie is, Justin?
Who?
His girlfriend, who he has for a bit.
Oh my god, she was fun.
He was so, hold your breath. He's so funny. And some scenes we're not going to get into because they're kind of explicit and they kind of lead into spoilers.
Yeah.
They kind of lead into spoilers, so we're not going to get into it. But Justin, hold your breath. But this really shows you the magic of filmmaking and how people can be inspired.
Yeah.
Justin, you have more to say about this? I'm sorry.
And also something that it tackles, which I wasn't expecting, but I'm so glad that there's a movie out there that's tackling this, is the anti-Semitism that was rampant back then. Like, this kid just would get ceaselessly attacked because of what his last name, what he believes in. Like, Jesus Christ. It's disgusting to see, but it's important to see because, this stuff is real. This stuff actually happens. It's not pleasant.
And, Spielberg grew up with that.
Yeah.
If you read his biography, he grew up with that.
Yeah.
And it's a movie that really makes you love film. Agree, Justin?
Yep.
Because I remember you liked it.
I did like it.
And I really enjoyed it too. And I wonder if the good doctor has anything to say about this.
I didn't see anything.
I want to see it now since you guys are talking about him. You're including one of my favorite directors, Mr. Spielberg.
It sounds like my favorite director. So, I think I'll go see. Is it still in theaters?
Yeah. Is it Justin?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to go see it.
And I think this movie's going to get nominated.
I would love to see it get nominated.
Absolutely.
I think Spielberg's going to get nominated for Best Director. Because I think this was a passion project of his once you think about it.
Yeah, really.
So, yeah. Okay. I have another one to talk about. JT, do you want to go or do you want me to just talk about it?
How many more do you have left?
Well, I have this and then I have two shitty movies we need to touch on.
You can do the shitty movies very quickly.
Yeah, why don't you do this? Why don't
Do
you
a
do
lightning round shitty movie. You want me to time it?
Okay. Here were my two worst movies of
Hold on.
2022.
I'm putting you on a 5-minute limit.
a 5-minute limit?
Nice.
Hold on. I gotta get
I-
a timer here. Okay, your 5 minutes starts right now.
I'm probably gonna go over those 5 minutes, so I don't care. But anyway, my two shitty movies of the year. Number 2, Morbius,
Forgot that came out this year.
and the good doctor, Mr. Doctor Professor, saw it with me. And Justin, what did we think of it?
It sucks.
It just sucked. It was boring. It just abruptly ended.
Abruptly ended.
It was just so damn boring. Like, I was expecting the film to be maybe somewhat more entertaining, but the film was just dull.
Yep.
The film was absolutely dull. And I did not like Jared Leto. And I cannot think of one thing I liked about this movie. Okay, one thing. It was mercifully short.
Yep.
It was mercifully short. That's one thing I'll give it. Okay, the other movie that sucked this year, Jurassic World
Dominion.
Allie, please stop showing me the clock. You're making me nervous.
That's my job, Bill.
The job is to make you nervous.
What can I say about this movie? It dragged. It wasn't too interesting. And they brought back Laura Dern and what was the other actor? I forgot his name.
Did they bring Goldblum?
Neil.
Goldblum and Sam Neill.
They brought back Sam Neill. Like, oh, we brought the old cast back. Do you like this movie yet? It was long. It was boring. Unlike Morbius, which was mercifully short, this one went on forever.
Yep.
Was it
This
3
had an
hours?
extra hour.
What was that, Justin?
This had an extra hour.
Just when you think it's over, oh, we're not done. We have an hour left.
It's 2 hours and 26 minutes, really?
Yeah.
And
the extended has an additional
14 minutes.
14 minutes.
Oh, that's nothing compared to Snyder's Justice League.
Yes, but unlike this movie, that Zack Snyder's Justice League actually was good.
And you know what? I'll give them this. You know what I'll give them? At least they didn't re-release it because of the memes.
Yes. At least they did re-release for the memes.
Because Morbius, there were memes that were being released.
Oh, wow.
And the idiots at the studio, what were they thinking, Justin?
Let's re-release
They
it.
love us. They really love us.
So let's re-release the movie.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
applause stops.
What was that, Justin?
Just like in a Bugs Bunny Daffy Duck cartoon.
So it's duck season?
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit
Rabbit
season.
season.
Duck season. Fire. Yeah, I just wish this movie went extinct. To the great studio of Universal, do not release another Jurassic Park / Jurassic World movie ever again.
Mm.
Thank you. Good night. God bless.
Jurassic World 1 million AD.
Congratulations, Bill.
Okay. So, JT, you want to go next, and I can do my last one, unless Justin or Allie have more?
I mean, unless you want to say Black Adam for last.
Why don't we end with mine? Is yours Black Adam, Bill?
No, mine was actually a movie that Justin and I just saw last night.
What'd you guys see?
Oh God.
Justin, have you processed it yet?
I'm still in the process of processing it.
Should we talk about it?
Da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum,
Babylon.
Oh, Babylon.
It's
Yeah, spelled like that.
How
Why
was
does
it?
it have like a Gatsby vibe?
Oh, one of the first things I said in the bill was, I think Damien Chazelle should have directed The Great Gatsby.
and I like Damien Chazelle. This movie was, I can't even tell you if I liked it or not because it was,
Oh, I liked it.
I kind of liked it too, but
It's a lot.
it's a lot. I like the movie, but it is a lot. Like, it's over 3 hours long.
Like, that's right, JT. Avatar's not the only 3-hour, 10-minute movie out this week.
Oh my goodness.
This
At
week,
least-
I
is there
have
an
not released the movie
intermission?
correctly.
There is not.
Oh. I'll wait till it streams and then I'll make my own intermission.
This week on how to not. This week on I
There
can't.
probably is spots you could do that.
Like, the movie, it's about basically the transition in movie history from the silent era to the talkies.
Put it this way, it's Singing in the Rain meets My Fair Lady meets Caligula.
Mm.
And the
With orgies and drugs.
and a snake.
That is Caligula, so.
And a snake too.
And a
Oh.
snake.
How many orgies?
At least 3.
But the movie, it's a lot. Justin, would you say it's a lot to process?
Yes.
And
I think there were fetishes featured in this movie that weren't even invented yet.
Oh wow.
yeah, it's a good movie. It's just,
Yikes.
it's just a lot of things happen. And some good, some not so good. I do love
It's-
that. We're not going to spoil it, but I love that one scene.
Roaring 20s, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's what this movie basically is.
Mm.
Remember, Justin, the old lady? It's a beautiful display of many things. Okay, what am I kidding? They're all morons. But yeah, and you know what? It took me a while to grasp what this movie was about because it just throws so much at you. And I will say this: the score is really good, though.
Oh my god, I'm still humming the score.
No.
No.
If this doesn't get nominated for Best Original Score, then I have given up all hope in humanity.
Oh, I hope this not only gets nominated, but I hope this wins. I
You think
want
this
the
will win
score.
best? You think this could win Best Picture?
No, not best picture, but best score. Yes.
I think it'll win Best Score. Do you think any of the actors will get nominated for?
Margot.
I think Margot Robbie will get nominated for Best Actress. The best scene of hers. Yeah, but it really shows you the hard time that some of these actors went through transitioning from silent to talkies.
Oh yeah. I mean, for one, they had to learn dialogue now. That's why theater actors started going to Hollywood in 1930.
Because for a while, and we saw this in the movie, Justin was telling me this, film was seen as like a lower form of art. Am I right, Justin?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so those are my thoughts on a good movie, but I will be honest, it is a lot to take in.
Yeah.
All right, so Allie, J-Man.
Do you have anything, Justin?
Special props to the menu.
I've seen this movie on a lot of top 10 lists.
This was an interesting. I don't know if I should call it a horror movie or a thriller or what to call it, but it was interesting. It was done in a similar way that you would think a movie about fine dining would be about, and then it takes a very drastic turn when they start to kill people and humiliate people and drive people to suicide, and it gets pretty twisted pretty quickly, but it's also darkly funny because of how horrible these people that are being subject to all of this are. And this whole time you're watching this through the lens of Anya Taylor-Joy's character, who's like this escort, who is definitely not having a good time. And she's weaseling her way, trying to weasel her way out of being part of this whole murder menu. It's a crazy movie. The food looks amazing, though. And that cheeseburger at the end, oh my God. But yeah, you also have like John Leguizamo's in this, who is playing like this washed up actor. And the only reason, the chef apparently has a reason for every character to be there. His reason for this actor is his one day off in 5 years. He went to see one of his movies and it sucked. That's why he wanted to kill him. That's the kind of movie this is.
That's the kind of movie.
Yes. Also, Nicholas Hoult in this movie is just, he's hysterical.
He is.
And kind of sad at the same time. So yeah, that's me gushing over the menu.
All righty. Anyone else before I can choose the last pick of the night?
I think I got one more before we do the last pick.
What do you got?
I'm going in the Guillermo del Toro route.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And yes, this should be nominated for Best Animated Picture.
Pinocchio.
Yes. I saw this.
First time's a charm.
Not the Disney version. No offense to the remake. But this version is probably the darkest Pinocchio I've ever seen. Period. And also in the thematic route during fascist Italia, right around the time World War II. It's between World War I and World War II.
Got it.
And like there's so many huge differences between these two, between the Disney Pinocchio and this one. Let's put it this way. This Pinocchio will never be real. He has a soul of a boy, but he'll never be a real boy. But you have to watch the movie to understand why he can never be a real boy and the stuff that happens to him.
The stuff that happens to him.
Yep. Very, very oblivious and innocent.
Aww.
Yeah. Tries to do the right thing, but I guess you could say, with the help of Ewan McGregor's cricket, it's hard to distinguish right from wrong.
It is.
In this one.
Interesting.
I definitely recommend you guys watch this.
I think I should watch it.
The only thing I
Alright,
don't
cool.
like is the musical parts. It's like, I get it, but you don't need to overdo it.
No, I've been
Well,
hearing a lot
clearly
of people
you
like
didn't
this.
see the Pauly Shore version.
Say again, Justin?
I said clearly you didn't see the Pauly Shore version.
There's a Pauly Shore version.
Well, not this one, but there was a 2022 Pinocchio movie that had Pauly Shore in it.
How many
And it
Pinocchio
was-
movies came out? I only knew 2.
3. There were 3 Pinocchio movies that came out this year.
What's the third one?
It was a Russian-made Pinocchio movie.
Oh gosh.
2022, the year of Pinocchios.
The year of remakes.
I think it's called Pinocchio: The True Story. JT, look it up. There it is.
Gosh, this looks creepy.
It is.
That is creepy.
Skinny, skinny, skinny.
What do you call this?
I call it Pinocchio. A true
No, that's
story.
what Pinocchio actually says in Guillermo del Toro's version. But he got no strings to hold him back.
Does he wish upon a star?
But it makes no difference who you are.
Because anything your heart desires will come to you.
Anyway, anything else for Pinocchio, guys?
No, I don't think I'm good.
All right. So I'll tell you what. Is this is this the last pick of the night?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to check. So, all right, I will do the last pick of the night, and this is a movie that I actually just watched again for I think the third or maybe fourth time already this year. Ever since I saw it twice in theaters, and twice on streaming. So I guess 4 times. For me, this movie is rewatchability, and it came out this year. I'm talking about Elvis.
Oh.
And I will say this too. I will say this. I will say this. Austin Butler's performance as Elvis, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, he's already getting Oscar buzz, like early Oscar buzz. And
Yeah.
And the Emmys and the Golden Globes, and everyone's like, oh, his performance, because of his performance, right?
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
seen him on SNL? Singing Blue Christmas?
Oh, I missed it. I'm gonna have to see it. So
On
I did
YouTube.
see that.
I'll look it up on YouTube later. But this movie, I mean, for those you don't know, it's a musical biopic about Elvis Presley about his life, which some people might brush off and be like, all right, well, it's just another musical biopic. They're all the same, anyways. Blah blah. Well, they're not really all the same. Technically speaking, Queens and Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocket Man were two different takes on the biopic in that aspect.
Right, and Bohemian was Oscar nominated.
Yeah,
And Rami Malek.
Rami
Rocket
Malek won
Man.
Best Lead Actor, deservedly so that year. I mean, come on,
Oh yeah.
totally. And I
Who
believe,
doesn't love Mr. Robot?
yeah, I think Austin Butler has a very solid shot of winning, or definitely being nominated, but being winning, we'll have to wait and see. But I think there's a definite Oscar nomination for him for playing because the more I rewatch this movie, like I said, I watched it 4 or 5 times this year alone. And besides being an Elvis fan of his music and stuff like that, but watching the movie, it's crazy how you can actually. He talks like Elvis did. He moves like Elvis did. That I forget the term for what it's called, but when like actors embody the person they're playing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I forget what I'm not sure the specific term for what it's called, but I do know that this guy, I would be in shock if he's not even nominated.
I think Austin Butler should be nominated for an Oscar. I really liked it.
Yeah, I agree.
I really liked him as Elvis. I think he should be nominated. But you know what? And this is shocking to say, I really didn't like Tom Hanks.
Wasn't his
Tom
best
Hanks
role.
or anyone?
Well, here's the thing. It's so funny you say that because my parents were we all watched it together last night. That's where I don't think we're used to Tom Hanks playing a villain in any role or any capacity. So, and what for those of you who know the story of Elvis Presley, Colonel Tom Parker was a mean, very evil manager. He worked Elvis. I think do you guys remember the part of the movie where he does the Vegas residency for over 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how many shows the real Elvis Presley played there over the course of those years?
How many?
629 shows.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
All because his manager wanted him to get up on stage, perform, and he would get 50% of the profits. His manager was an evil dick.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, it was stated in the movie, but then I looked it up when I watched Watch Mojo.
Yeah.
The movies that things that got factually right or wrong. And the number one thing was that Tom Parker used Tom Parker used the money from that show, from the residency, to help pay off a gambling debt. And they said it was never confirmed.
Wow.
No, yeah. But at the very end of the movie, they did say, though, that the real Colonel Tom Parker spent the rest of his life gambling like crazy after Elvis's death with all the money he made. So, because that's what all he saw him as. He saw him as a prop that could make him money, and that's a terrible way to treat a human being. And it would, but aside from that, so when I say that, when I say that Tom Hanks, no one liked Tom Hanks in this movie because no one liked Colonel Tom Parker. That's how good Tom Hanks played that role. If you see what I'm saying.
And with Tom Parker, that country singer who Tom Parker was managing before Elvis?
Yeah, Hank Snow. Yeah.
Hank Snow, and this is a direct quote from him. He said, "I've worked with a bunch of wonderful managers, but Tom Parker was the worst."
Yeah. And he managed Elvis Presley, which was very, very, he lived a sad life. I will say that. He lived a very sad life. And I think the movie, I mean, there's been other movies about like Elvis and Nixon and stuff like that, but this is a true biopic for the movie. And if you have not seen it, get on it. It is I think it's a creme de la creme of biopics. It's the best one we've had in a long time, truthfully. But that's just me personally saying that.
Yeah, but what I
Um,
didn't like about Tom Hanks in this movie, though, JT,
Yeah.
is I didn't see Tom Parker. I saw Tom Hanks doing a funny accent.
Well, Tom, if you go, I think I did. I think I told you this after we shot our review. Tom Parker spoke like that because he was an alien. He never had a
A
passport.
little different. A little different.
He
I watched an actual interview with him. I could hear a little bit of like Amsterdam in his accent, but a little
Yeah.
Dutch in his accent, but I could hear more of a Southern,
Same.
all right.
like, listen, I'm glad you liked it, JT. I'm just saying I liked Austin Butler.
Yeah.
But like I said, and I usually like Tom Hanks, but I did not like Tom Hanks in this one.
All right.
Like again,
Well,
I felt like I just saw Tom Hanks doing a funny accent.
if you and like I said, you go back, you look up interviews and stuff like that. It might you see where I'm coming from. But yeah, so that's all right. Any other comments for the best picture? This amazing movie.
I got nothing else to say.
All righty, Justin, you got anything else or no?
That's it for me.
All righty. Well, on that note, we covered a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've been going. You're gonna think I'm crazy. You guys are gonna think we're crazy. We've been going for an hour and 41 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
So, but yeah. Bottom line, that is our 2020. I can't even talk.
Like 2020. You mean COVID?
This is our COVID year recap of the Super Review Show's mixed bag, whatever you're gonna call it. Yeah. So basically, that's gonna do it for us here
In 2022.
in 2022. Actually, I mean, I'm falling asleep at the scenes here. Forgive me, everyone, because we do the show at night. But yeah, bottom line, 2022 had a lot of ups, some downs. We touched on a lot of it tonight, but ultimately, it's what you have to say there. Jump down the comment section below, share your thoughts on 2022 as a year in film. Let us know what you guys think about there. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our social media accounts. I want to thank the fine individuals joining me tonight, as always. And you two should come on more often. Justin and Allie were here tonight. Thanks.
We'll be on next week.
You mean next year?
Because
Ooh.
next
What?
year we're
We're going
be
on a little hiatus. That's
We're
about as long
going on
as
a trip in a baby vacation.
Wait, what was that, Justin?
So we're going on a little hiatus. It's called Wait Until Next Week.
Exactly.
Well, technically 3 days, 4 days, 2 hours and 32 minutes.
Yeah, and I just want to say to all those who have been, I just want to say thank you to all of those who've been watching and listened to us over the past year. It's been a good year here on Mixed Bag. It's been a good year, right, JT?
I agree, 100%.
Like we've come so far, and I am just so grateful for everyone who's been supporting us, everyone who's been watching us, everyone who's been listening, and that you put up with us for another year. Because we're gonna be honest with you, we make $0.00 from this.
That is 110% true. We do this out of our own good hearts that we want to.
We do this because we have fun doing it.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
We have, and you know what? All I could say is, guys, thank you for a great year, for supporting us. But 2022 was good, but you know what? 2023 is going to be even better.
Yes.
It's going to be even better.
Look, I want to make this really short, but I started this channel because I wanted to share my love of movies, music, and television and pop culture stuff with people, with an audience. And I deeply appreciate this. The fact that I can even call a YouTube channel my own and have the help of these incredible individuals do it with me all the time, especially Bill, Allie, and Justin, of course. You've seen other people on the show too. But I mean, anyone who's helped out, you all mean the world to me. Truthfully. And 2022 it's been a good year for us here. I'm not saying it's good, it's been a good year. It's been a great year.
I just want to say to the two individuals here, Allie, Justin, it's always a pleasure having you guys on. And we also, we appreciated that there were times where you guys stepped in for one of us when we weren't here
Yes, absolutely.
and when we couldn't make it. And that is so much appreciated. And we hope to see you guys around more in the new year.
Seriously.
Most likely, unless I have exams.
Then go do your exams. That's more important.
It's more important.
If I don't feel like it.
What was that?
And if I don't feel like it.
Then we will drag you on here.
We'll drag
But
you
if I
on.
have nothing to say about the topic at hand,
Then that's okay, I guess.
But yeah, so for bottom line, everyone, thank you so much for watching, listening, however you enjoyed us tonight. Bill, any sports insanity stuff out there or no?
Yeah, we're actually go check us out on the Sports Insanity podcast on the Sports Insanity Network. If for those of you who've been wondering if there hasn't been any podcasts or any vlogs this week, we're actually on our holiday break right now.
Yeah.
So we decided to take this week off. That's why you haven't been seeing any like Sunday sideline. There's going to be no Thursday night gridiron tomorrow night. We're taking a break. Just like you folks, we want to spend the holidays with our family and friends. We're actually human beings.
We do too. But seriously, thank you so much for watching, listening. 2022 has been great, but we cannot wait to do 2023 starting next year and next week while we're at it too. So thank you so much for watching, listening, however you enjoyed us. So for all of us here at the Super Review Show, stay safe, take care, be awesome,
and Happy New Year.
see you in
and
2023.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you next year.